Nanillion, millennial, good day everyone. Nanillion, millennial, good day everyone. Very significantly, it starts now. Again, I would say, Nanillion, good day. These very powerful wishes. They are very powerful wishes for everybody. Then, good day. I'm starting this video, and this video is going to start, and we see whether it's coming or not coming. That's important. Yes, it's coming. Here you will find that this file is available. This is that file, very significant file today. I started and completed today only because I was searching for a very good title, and title here is very significant for everyone. This is Engineer Suraj Singh speaking from Bharat, India, addressing entire world on this day, 14th April 2025, 11:25 a.m. Weather is changing, world is changing, minds are changing, and people are changing. You can say that changing is rule of life, but speed at which people are changing is much more than, you can say, Concorde. You know, Concorde was a flight. Same way, it's much more speedier than voice of sound. Human has become, restless from every viewpoint. All over world, it's not simply I'm talking about one location. It's all over world that can be applied with. I am very much interested in quality, not as a person, but as a society, you can say. Entire world is a society, is a community, which must be treated uniformly, not according to any racial formation. Race has got no meaning anywhere, because race applies to color of a person only, not to oracle of a person, not to thinking formula of a person. Oracle is same for everyone. Universe is same for everyone. Or you can say design of human is same for everyone. No disparity, no differentiation can be applied to either person of this country or to person of other country. If somebody applies that person has got some defect in mind, because skin is just topmost layer of a body. Inside, if you go and dissect, you'll find same quality everywhere, same constituent, same composition. I can just say in a way, I'm not a doctor, I'm just talking to you in an engineering way, that facial impression cannot give you complete answer. It's like elevation of a building or a structure. Using elevation, facials, you cannot know what sort of building it is. A decoration you can see, architectural attraction you can see, but you cannot see what lies inside strength of building. If strength of building in structure is not well built in, and in case of accident of collapse of building, all these decorations, all these facial impressions would go away. That's why I'm talking differently, something which relates to everyone, and that is quality. My important point is person's quality, and then all other items quality which are required for doing whatever work in life. It may be manufacturing, engineering, construction, it can be some other, events in life, whatever it is, which depend upon whatever material, whatever human resources, whatever procedures. Title of this drawing is very simple but very powerful. Universe decides that truth must prevail. You may ask, how do you know? Yes, you have a right to ask me, how do I know? It doesn't matter how do I know. Important point is it wrong? Let us suppose I say I talk to universe. Nobody shall accept that. I know. For me, it doesn't matter if people accept or they don't accept it, it's up to them. My trust, my calculation, my access, I know. My working capacity, I know. And you know your working capacity. Every person is different in life. Every person is general, is spatial, both. I am general as far as common sense is concerned, and I can be spatial as far as capacity is concerned. Generally remains same. What you have to eat, how you have to eat, how you have to walk, how you have to drink, how you have to manage your life, how you have to, I mean, all that which are very common in principle as well as in application, those are different elements. But when you say something above that datum line which relates to portion above our eyes, above our forehead, and that is altogether different. In that also common sense works, but common sense works only in very little percentages. Common life works in very little percentages, but application of mind is very important. You can use your mind and you can say, oh, I have 3 options in mind. Okay, you may have 4 options, 5 options, 10 options, doesn't matter. As far as you consider those options analytically in a way that these results should be optimum. You cannot, I don't say you get best one. No, don't worry about that. Optimum means neither best nor worst. It is workable, and that is what I'm talking of. Universe decides that truth must prevail. What does it mean? You know, everybody knows what is truth. Everybody knows truth always triumphs. That is only in phrase. But in life, how many persons are there who use truth in their callings, in their activities, in their works? You know it very well. Even then, I'm referring to that percentages. Truly speaking, I'm not going to say because it is truth application, truth must prevail. I'm just telling you according to my assessment, 85% people or more than that these days, they use false statements, false talks, false verbatims, and it is very dangerous for entire world. One more corporator in that is cooperative work that adds to this false working, and that is electronic device. That is all electronic device have created an environment that it is very easy to use lies in communications. It may harm someone, it may not harm someone, that is another matter. But it has become a usual verbatim practice that generally around 90% people use lies in their conduct towards others until they are seen together. If they meet each other, that may be different situation, but on devices, false communication, fake communication, incorrect communication, untrue communication has become a model of day. And that is very dangerous because, okay, you are a mature person, you can calculate about what extent you can lie, but even kids of school, students of school, they do that. Lie has become a practice from lowest level in society to highest king of country. It has not left anybody untouched. It is very difficult to trust anyone these days until someone has complete trust. Telephone has become a disease as far as value of truth is concerned. Lies have become king of every kingdom. Means lie is like, you have not to think anything and go on telling lies, because it is not recorded anywhere on document. It's not recorded anywhere in whatever form. Okay, it is my words, I spoke, and that's it. That's all, nothing else. But when there was no such facility in this world, you have to use some mail system. If you ask someone to send mail, one person thinks a number of times, why should I send a mail when telephone works? Previously, when there were no mail, people used to write letters, to faxes, to other means of communication, and landline was a different time. Landline, where if you are not present, you would not respond until it was recorded message. But now, but now it has changed entirely. Gone? 1 minute, please. Sorry. Sorry, gentlemen. So you can say lies have become practice of world, all over world. It's not simply I'm talking in this country. Of course, where people are more, population is more. फिर अब तो आदमी से खोलना पड़ेगा. खामा की चीज रिकॉर्ड करा देते हो मेरे उसमें, वो बंद करके मजाक बना के रखा है. ये सब रिकॉर्ड हो जाता है इसमें. बदतमीजी की हद होती है. Where population is more, lies are more. Where populations are not more, lies are not more. If population is more, you will find middle class people, lower class people who do lower income. If they lie, what shall happen to that country, to that society? Where generally all middle class, so-called elite people, generally they fabricate, plot and do lies. Not in writings, but in speech. And particularly low-income groups who are very, very low income, they also use that abundantly. This means as if a charter has been issued by world to everyone, you are free to use lies. This power I am using here, 191. 1 you know very well, organic portion, entry portion, and 9 is fire portion. There is no life to plot it untrue, false. There is no life. Nobody likes, everybody you say, oh, you should not lie. Even in courts, you go and appear witness. You just have undertaking oath on whatever document or in name of your dharma or religion, and you say, okay, I will not lie, I will only speak truth. But you speak lies. Means you don't have any kind of fear that I am lying. No kind of fear in more than 90% people. So what is your conduct then? Do you accept yourself? Do you think that you are a human being and you have some response? You have to respond, at least if not to society, you have to respond to nature. You have to respond to your father, who is real father or mother. Nobody thinks about that. Therefore, truth must prevail. That is my proposition. But how? Truth does not prevail, and it's also a worrisome situation for universe. How to resolve this issue? Everybody lies, I can say, everyone. It has become a fashion. Just like divorce has become a fashion in family institution, marriage institution. Okay, that is different. In that also petitions, all lies are written. All lies, all stories, all that. And if you use lie, this means that is also a record in your soul, in your oracle. Even if you think I have spoken, doesn't matter. But your statement, your verbatim statement has entered in whatever file there. And you cannot delete that file because deletion is not permitted. Deletion can be done only by formatting that oracle which you have no right. You can use oracle, you can fill in that, but formatting until you are having hemorrhage, it cannot be done. That is why I try to select this small 6 words, that universe decides that truth must prevail. How it can prevail? Is it possible? That is a question mark here. If it's not possible, then what's meaning of truth? We say truth always triumphs. But if truth itself is lie, if truth is filled in with lie and you say it is truth, can it triumph? That is very big question mark. In daytime, if you use 25 false and you don't use truth except taking food, because you are taking food, it is a truth. You are respirating, it is a truth. System through system. You are doing whatever in your mind, it is a filth situation. That falses and falses and falses and fakes and plots and plots. This means you are making your mind memory a septic tank of oracle. Shall you enjoy that? This is what I want to say in this case, because in this case of 191, size of your oracle is here is dimension, and that is 2.52 into 10 to power 91. You can think mathematically how much is that? 2.5235 into 10 to power 91, or you can say 25235 and continue writing up to 91 digits. That kilometer is size of your oracle, which you can say covers nearly large portion of universes or universe. This means you keep on lying, this shall be filled with your lyings, and of course thrive again and again if you lie again and again. And that is what I say. What sort of person you are means you are a robot who can lie only. Your programming mind shall become a lying software. No need of any other software if your mind is full of lies. That's what I am very much serious here. I am not trying to say that. See, lying means what? Lying means a fabricated story, a plotted story. Novel it is. A kind of, we used to study short stories in our school. It's kind of that. Every day you are feeding in your oracle many short stories. What happens then? If you think on some problem, those lies shall come to you again and again in solution form, and it confuse you, means you shall not be able to take direct decision, because out of options more than half would be lies, and it shall not be possible to decide on that. 191 says I am 1148 in result. 191, that is a number, a new value, and if you multiply it by 6 and add 2 to that, you shall get 1148. 11 is organ number, means 11 times it goes to heart and then it spreads into system. So you can say it is very powerful number, but you are lying. You are lying as if, and in fact you lie not as a drama part but as actual part, because your mind thinks about lies and it is very difficult to coordinate lies. One time you lie, you forgot, then another call comes, you lie, then another call comes, you lie, and then somebody else uses lie to answer, then you confuse, means what is talking, this person is talking, I did not speak like that, or I didn't say that, but your mind knows what you said. What happens, for example, a leader speaks to public, political that I am talking, or whoever. Generally political people lie, usually they lie just to befool people. Otherwise, if you see seminars and lectures where technical backing is more important, medical backing is more important, there's no way they should lie or would lie. But only in political backing, if you can say, lie is a design everywhere, and that is repetition, and that is very insignificant in fact. because suppose one leader lies in one rally, whatever lies, then go to other rally, there also lie, go to third rally, then that person forgets what was spoken in that reference rally. And if somebody asks questions, no answer. And only way is, just like some leader adopted in world now, don't attend press conferences, no PC, I don't care for PC. Only reason is coordination is absent. Lying has become crown of leaders. You can say they wear a crown. Every leader wears a crown. That is fabricated crown of lies, not of gold or others, but lies and only lies. And that's why I say truth must prevail. How it should prevail? It is impossible situation, because if somebody speaks truth, it is credibility of a person, I would say. But credibility now goes to lies. That is unfortunate. Truth itself is very powerful mechanism, very powerful tool. It's so strong, it's much more stronger than nuclear bomb, I would say. But lie is like dirty water, septic water, polluted water, E. coli water. It's like stool, it's like human excreta, and people use it. Telephone or mobile has become a support for this, but landline never allowed this support. So it was landline, and this is not landline, this is airline, and that is where difference lies in. Density of air is very little, but density of land is too high. So you can say truth is much more multiplied power than what power false has. In fact, false statement has got no value. There may be 1 million lies, there may be 1 billion lies, but one truth, when comes up from sleep, all run away. Some people in politics say keep lying, lying, lying multiple times, 1,000 times, so that people start thinking that is true, true and true. And if truth comes in, and they think lies would be called truth and truth shall be called lie, these people are stupid people. They do not know facts of life, that they have to respond to nature also when they are demobilized, and that time only that person who used lies would answer and know the person. So prevail situation is, if you want to live peaceful life, good mind, if you want to have control on your own and your activity, better do not use lies, because truth must prevail. If you want to sleep well, lie is like smuggled material, lie is like number 2 material on which you have not paid any income tax. It's illegal property. So it is also illegal property, because on every statement you file, you say to best of my knowledge whatever I said is true and nothing but true. But here that true has been replaced by lies, invisible lies, and you are writing truth on invisible lies. So invisibility shall definitely damage everything, and that is very important point I am discussing here, particularly on this submission, that lie must not be allowed. If you are a human being, you are a responsible person in whatever field, never use lies, and lies never use in your family also, because if you use lies in your family, see, lies means real lie I am talking, which impacts upon. It's very easy to say, oh, I only spoke because it didn't harm anybody. No, that is wrong. Are you not having good mind? Don't you have heart, a conscious? You don't have that? Then why you want to use lies after all? What goes wrong? Either keep silence, don't even speak. Better if suppose something comes in and you don't answer. Okay, fine, that's okay. Means that's not sin. I'm not responding now. I will respond later on. It can be said. Truth must prevail. This is very important question. How you have to chat out? Truth must prevail. You must have your own tuning towards this. How do you do that? Truth must prevail. Do you know meaning of that? It is very, though it is very small word phrase, but it controls entire universe. Truth must prevail. Entire universe is based on truth and not on lies. But people who have been produced by universe use nowadays in this era generally lies. They indirectly damage programs of universe also. Universe has been suffering because of human lies. Reason being, all unnecessary information are available in server of universe, which keep them hangover, keep them hung up, keep them down all the time. And that's why universe work is delayed. I would say that universe never works slowly. They say only that there is delay in universe home, but there is no black world. But that is just phrase. Universe works efficiently as far as I know. It has a system. It works accordingly. It doesn't aberrate that system. It follows in all areas. Otherwise, you won't survive. Earth won't survive. All other planets won't survive. These have been surviving because automatism is working there, has been working there since universe had been commissioned. But we do not care for that, for self-interest or for undue interest. We always spoil our universe's servers, which is a sin. It shall be given much more consideration than your creditable activities. Your creditable activities may be debited in this case because you have been using virus of false statements, false talks, false information in that communication, because whatever you speak, whatever you write, every word flies to universe system. You don't think that this has disappeared. It goes to file and everything is recorded there. Therefore, I would say this is not a religious statement I am making. This is life statement I am making, that it is suggested do not use lies in any affair of life. Yes, you may suffer to some extent because you may face problems, but not facing problem is also another problem. Don't forget that. Maybe for time being you avoid that. You say, oh, I am in comfort zone, I don't want to jump into that fire zone. But you have to jump into fire zone, because fire zone shall be created in your mind itself. Your oracle shall have fire zone because you are using negative statements there, and that is very difficult. You should know about that. And if you don't consider that, it is really very dirty situation. Therefore, I would say that truth is truth. It must be understood well, or else you shall find a problem there. कौन है? पूरा तो हुआ है, हद करो यार। मैंने बंद नहीं किया हुआ, हद है यार। अभी तो मोटी नहीं बड़े अर्जेंट लेके आए काम में। So my suggestion to everybody is all over world. If you are a good person, you may be trillionaire or billionaire, or you may be a beggar. You do not have any money, but avoid speaking lies. Maybe you are happy on earth that I have used lies, I am a liar. But don't forget, you won't be given any opportunity to protect yourself, to shield yourself from actions to be resorted to against whoever is liar. Universe does not care for anybody. Universe does not care for anybody. You may be a king, an emir, a president, or whatever. No concession is given to anybody. You have to suffer consequence of all lies, and there shall be no support from your money which you earned on earth, you accumulated on earth. That money shall be nothing for you. Your body shall be here. Only you have to face problem in your oracle, in your soul power, and that shall be negatively impacted upon, and which can cause virus in your entire oracle. Keep in mind, be smart enough. Don't think that I am talking like someone who should not be heard. You may hear it, you may not hear it, it's up to you. But warning is my job. I am warning you, being a representative of universe. I consider myself universe representative because I want to take care of universe, including earth. Don't think that I have an appointment letter, I have got complete authority in that regard because I belong to universe, I am a member of universes, I am a member of earth, of course, but responsibility is taken voluntarily. Nobody shall come to you. If you are a responsible person, you shall be credited because of your voluntary activity, and you also can be that. If you just are interested in money and only in soil, and you are using false activities for that purpose, then you have to be ready for all consequences, adverse consequences. Whatever these have to come into your way, post your, you can say, demobilization from earth. I'm not calling any other term for that, because you have to go one day, and there no one shall come to have safeguard for you. It is only you who shall be required to be punished, and that punishment could be that you may be a tree lion on earth, but there you may be converted to a dog or a witch or a cockroach or whatever else, or you may be suspended for 500 years where you will not get even a drop of water. This is what I see. So better have senses. Do not lie. Lie means sin against universe, sin against someone else. And if you want to do that, it is you only who would suffer, no one else. And that's why I say, if you are not a quality person, you can lie. If you are a quality person, you cannot lie. If you can lie easily, what I am saying here is, I am talking of quality personalities, person's quality. You are a liar, your quality is lying quality. You are having dirty quality. You are not a responsible and reputed person. Though you may use Mercedes car or Rolls Royce, doesn't give any quality. You may be king of a person, but you are a liar. It doesn't mean anything. If you lie once, you can lie 1,000,000 times. If you can lie one, you can lie all times. Trust is broken. Breach of trust you have done cause breach of trust, and trust is something that should not be breached, and trust breach means you are not a human being even. If you want to be a good human being, you must have quality personality, and that quality personality comes only if you are true in your life. Truth is truth. It is a non-weapon but powerful weapon. Your all nuclear reactions would not mean anything if truth works. Truth says, let everyone live on earth. You have no right to kill anyone. Truth says that this earth belongs to everyone. No one has any right to say this is yours and this is mine, because you did not get any document from there when you came here that this portion belongs to you. There is no conveyance deed as such. You may call yourself, I am president of this country, but that is only delegated position to serve a part of people. It's not your ownership. It is ownership of none in fact. So you are not owner even of a particle, even of a drop of water, a particle of air. You are nothing in fact. You may be Amir, you may be president, you may be king, but that is just a title to serve people truly, honestly, in name of universe. And if you don't do that, means you are working against nature, against the universe, and that work is considered sin, not your service, and you shall have to pay damages onto that because of that. And be ready for that. Don't think you shall be worshipped there, you shall be garlanded there, you shall know what be done against you. You don't even imagine now because you are living in drug narcotism, and that drug is false statement. This is why I want to convey that. Better have good sense, because if you lie, children would learn without any class that lie is practical. The book says it is a sin. They one side read book and say lying is sin, but on other end they are saying everybody uses lies. So means what they have to do? These could say, okay, it's easy if everybody is using, I am using. What's wrong with that? That book reading was only for passing examination, but living in life means you have to rely upon a string of lies all time. How many lies you use a day? You do not know, and all those goes into your account of soul, and you will get back all that during your life, and maybe you suffer. Doctor would say, oh, you have not this but that one. Their lies would impact upon you. That's why I say actions and reactions always occur together. Don't think that you can run away from that. And that is very important one. I was talking to you. Now I'm going to another file, and that is, you can say, I would say, at least I have to discuss title of today. There is also very important one, project management URL. I'm going to talk to you now. Project management URL. I'm taking a long time in this. Now here is a file I generally show you for purpose. This text is available on videos text if you go and see though, because it's only available for one week, not more than that. And I'm sorry, 1 month. FV policy says of today say I'm relaying this video on next, within next, on date today is 14th. So on 13th of next month, this video shall be deleted. That this is policy of current Facebook owner. I don't care whoever it is, but it's up to them. It's their property. We can't force them. I don't have my own platform, and it is now today is title 14.04.2025. Here it is. Here is title is this, in fact, engineering works quality must. I am very much inclined towards engineering works quality. Engineering is backbone of earth, at least what we know. Though it is backbone of universe, we do not know, everybody cannot know what is universe, but we know what is earth. We cannot say no. Science tells us, geology tells us, scientists tell us what is earth. So we should be clear in this. Earth is known to us. We know size of earth. We know structure of earth, whatever has been produced by scientists in books, in geological books, in rock mechanics books. Engineering works quality must, and engineering works quality come from wealth that we have been given or endowed with by universe within earth volume. Very small volume, of course, but we have been relying upon that. Humanity has been relying based on whatever wealth we have, and that wealth leads to our calculation for economy. We think that economical very, very strong, but in fact we do not know what is economy, to be very frank. Economy is given only calculation values, nothing else. Earth, what does it have? Today nobody knows. Fact remains. Engineering works quality must. Why I am saying quality? What is quality? Many times I have discussed about this, but people, I think, they don't want quality. They never take any interest. And engineering quality Coordination extract are very important. Let me finish title first. Engineering works quality must. It is must. Quality so. I am linking both because if engineering quality is required, you cannot be dummy. You cannot be like an animal. You should be human being. Quality human being. And that's why I say engineering works quality and quality of soul are linked together, and if this link is not used, forget quality. Forget good professional. Professional must learn this. There is no subject as such. But if something is not available, we have to create that subject. We are brilliant people. I should not wait some author should come and give me this and some university say yes it is okay. No, I don't worry about university because I am having universe as university. Name itself is universe, which is much more stronger than university. If no quality, what to do? Reject. That's it. Soul Oracle improves one's quality. Yes, this is very significant part of this statement or title. Soul Oracle improves one's quality. But if you know what is Soul Oracle is, only then you can say yes, it is acceptable. Fertile mind must. Fertility or futility. What do you think is good? You are a human being, your mind. Shall you like to have fertility or futility? You have to decide. Fertile mind cannot be just automatic. Futility can be automatic because when you come, you have not used your mind. It's having information, whatever, maybe from previous times. But you have to make it fertile, for which you have to work. Just like a farmer works in agriculture area, you have to work in your mind agriculture area. And for that purpose, what to do? Use your soul. But if you know soul, only can use. Otherwise, you know only soil, not soul. You know soil because your eyes can see, your mind can see, oh, this is soil, this is rock, this is sand, this is water, this is this and this is that. That is what soul should be known. Achievement, what you say, achieve supreme access. This is very, very top root of this world. This is much more powerful than satellite, than your spaceships, than your whatever you say, I go to moon, I go to sun, but this is much more powerful than your vehicle that could go to sun. Because this is much more speedy, this is much more valuable, having much more acceleration, having much more velocity if it works, and that is your mind. If your mind works that much, it can penetrate, it can cross sun, it can cross Jupiter, it can cross entire solar system. You need not be worrying about, oh, I don't have 2.5 million kilometer per hour vehicle that can pass through sun. But other vehicle, if it is lower than that speed, sun shall absorb that and it will go forever into body of sun. But if it is more than 2.5 million kilometer per hour, it shall resist suction of sun and pass safely through body of sun. Get universe right to information. We call here, oh, we need right to information, this RTI Act and this and that. There is no act, but automatically act exists. It is completely well built in system. In entire space, in entire environment of planets, this is already available. It is up to you if you want. There is no need to give an application and pay some rupees or dollars. I want this information. No need at all. You can get if you have capacity. If you have that capacity, there is no requirement. There is no posting of any RTI officer or commissioner. You are your commissioner. You are your RTI officer. If you have access, take that information. If you have access, take it, and you have full freedom to use it because you are capable to reach there. Only then you can get information. Otherwise, information will be given to you only that part which you demand from here. But if you go here yourself through your oracle, you can go even to place where Supreme sits. You can say you can go to office of Supreme. And I would say, keeping all these points in consideration, soul wealth. Soul is wealth. It is much more powerful than wealth of entire world. Soul is that powerful. Earth is very small. It is having very small wealth because we do not know exactly what quantity of wealth in its body earth has. We know whatever we can extract, but we can extract only, let us say, 10, 15, 20 kilometers using machines, but we cannot reach 3000 kilometers. We cannot reach 100 kilometers below. So we do not know what is there. Only you can say tested information is there. This may be or may not be. So don't worry about your wealth. Soul is much powerful than wealth. Your soul can penetrate every solid body. Your soul can penetrate every strongest civil body, material body, metal body. Pay nothing and you need not pay anything to use your soul because it's free of cost. And if you don't use, you shall suffer. If you use, you shall be happy because you are not going to pay. It is such politics there. Our water is free, our electrical service is free, and people feel very happy. Oh, this minister is giving us free electrical supply, free water supply, but you never feel happy for those agencies which always have been giving you everything free. You never are thankful to those agencies. That is what difference lies in. Very small amount of water you are excused and you feel happy about that. But all time you have been getting rain, you have been getting sun rays, you have been getting air. You never say I am getting free of that. Think of, if you have bills from them, what amount shall you have to pay. Water itself is free. Sun rays are free. Air is free. Tornadoes are free. Earthquakes are free. What else you need? These are systems requirement. Without them, system cannot restabilize after interference. Universe is for human. At least it is for human, though it is for everyone. But let us say for human. Universe is for human. Learn nature. It is such a class where no teacher exists, where no dean exists. Such a university where you need not go to that using bus or whatever else. You can learn from here itself. Learn nature, because that is reality. This is not plot. This is not imagination by some author. This is real life. You can learn it. Power of oracles. If you try to learn them, I think this is most important scientific work you can do. Most important scientific work among all physical sciences. Physical sciences are very, very limited. But I am talking of natural sciences. Power of oracles. Universe's members you are. Don't think you are not. Because if you think you are universe's members, you shall never fear any kind of demobilization. Oh yes, I have to go to other part of universe. What's wrong with that? Just like you think, oh, I'm posted here in this country, now I'll go to other country for job. You go there, means you never feel, oh, I'm going, that is very bad. But here, why do you feel that? Oh, I'm going to leave Earth. That's it, nothing else. My job is elsewhere now. So what's wrong? Of course, you may not take car with you. You may not take company vehicle with you. But you are going. You are not taking your belongings here because those belongings are not for you. These were only for your use. Universe's members you are. Know yourself and move accordingly. This is very, very important. Only can say limited statement I am making. There is no limit, but keeping factor of time here, because I don't want to pull too long this video. Already 45 minutes have gone. But very important point it is, and other titles I would like to show to you what I used in this are here in this file, and that is first page of fourth file. And this I am going to show you now which other titles I have used since day before yesterday. And it is here, I think my life, so this is here, yes, it's here. This is an old one. I'll go to new one only. First of all, let me say, universe decides that truth must prevail. This is today's one. Here is universe decides to remove all corrupt officers. I told you last time, corrupt officers must be removed because they are causing difficulty in public. Corrupt sadhus, gurus, this is also very, maybe some people don't like it, but you like it or you don't like it, it doesn't make any difference. Officers are corrupt, most officers are corrupt all over, not only in private sector but also in government, not only in government, also in private sector, both, because lying itself constitutes corruption. Don't forget that. False promises constitute corruption. And don't respect them, these fake babas, sadhus, gurus. They have spoiled our society in name of faith. They don't understand what life is. They only understand what they know, nothing more than that. They want to control public in name of their own preachings, which they do not know what they are talking. No gurus can answer questions if I ask questions. I have seen this, I have experienced this, but they are sadhus, they are gurus. They think they are, a PhD may not be a guru, but a sadhu is a guru who knows nothing about science, who knows nothing about engineering, who knows nothing about society, who just says, I am giving you blessings. I don't know from where that sadhu gets blessings. Where does he qualify that power? I don't know. But people go and touch feet. There's even leaders go there and touch their feet. Educated PhDs go there, touch their feet. Means, are you a foolish society? What sadhus are? What gurus are? Every qualified person is sadhu and guru because this is tapasya. What tapasya they have done? What penance they have done? Nothing except taking food, enjoying life, having billions in their accounts. And they are sadhus, they are gurus, they are babas, they are molvis, they are this, they are that. Really, very low profile mind people we are in this world. All over they have branches, all over world. And people come there, irrespective of what nationality, they have seen that. Very bad it is. Means we do not believe in that guru who is guru of everyone. We believe in these human body gurus who are like animals. They just want to accumulate money and do nothing else. Really, we have to be serious about this issue. Just like Brahmanism spreads nonsense, same way they are spreading nonsense. If you talk to some Brahmin, he would say, I will solve your problem, your impact of this planet and your impact of this planet, and this is solution for this, I will solve you this one. I'm really surprised. Means they just want to sell everything for your solution. Can they solve your problems? You just tell me. If you are facing some problem in life, it's because of some reason, and they will solve by some sub-solution. How? I do not know. Means this is just a kind of scaring someone. Oh, do this or this shall happen to you. Nowadays what I am saying, on YouTube you go and you see some zodiac lectures or zodiac warnings are there, signs are there. Currently Aquarius is going on, Samudra going on. They after every you can say 1 minute or 2 minutes, oh, this you have to do this way or you shall suffer. Means a kind of scaring is there. If you don't do what I am saying, you shall suffer. What nonsense! What you are saying? Are you universe power? But they say that. This is what means dar, in Hindi dar, and threat or scaring in English. This is problem in life. I don't know why should I worry about scare. What scare is there? Ultimate penalty is what? Ultimate destiny is what? You have to go. That's it. Yes, if I am sick, if I have some disease, it's not because of my faith. It is because of my habits. Asthma, cancer, these are not because of, these are because of habits. So many diseases are there. Accidents are different. I'm not talking of accidents. No accident can be, if there is accident, can sadhu solve it? Suppose somebody is met in accident, fracture goes on. What sadhu shall do? What upay sadhu shall do? You'll say, oh, this is impact of this graha, this is impact of that graha. Go to hell, you all. You spoiled this society for years, centuries and decades. Science, engineering, minds are there. God uses mind. What are your nonsense talking? God never says that you solve it, do it. You have to take responsibility. This says that. If we believe in this, then there can be no engineering, there can be no medical science, there can be no need of any university or any research work, because you can do everything. You can solve everything. So you are worst class in world. You are best class in world which can demobilize people, which can remove their thinking power. We just, if I do this, so what says? Superstition. You create superstitions, you create everything, and you say you are doing something good for society. It is corruption, indirect corruption, not legal corruption, but real corruption. You are corrupting mind of people who want to study, who want to learn, but you do not allow them. If somebody says, don't use this timber in this havan, question arises, you are anti this and you are anti that. But person is talking about protection, about afforestation protection, about nature's protection, which is required. You have caused all those harms to earth. That is major point we have to think about. And nation's head. Tell me one person of whatever nation who is not corrupt. Is there some? Can you give 10 names? Out of 200 nations, can I get 10 names who are real leaders? They are only interested in seeds preservation and nothing else. Then I would say that there's another file I like to show. It's also a very important one from every viewpoint, and that is here. And I would say that it is, I'll do number later on, but reliable coordination is very important file. Reliable coordination. This file is here. Coordination, as I said, is very important work in life because it is directly related to quality of a person. Education itself is a feeding up of quality formation. Though education doesn't tell what is coordination, it doesn't teach anything, but there is some program in it. If you have 10 subjects you studied, 20 subjects you studied, in whatever 30 subjects you studied or books you studied, then of course you know various information from those subjects, from those contents, and these remain in your mind. And when you start thinking, automatically files are drawn towards you automatically. Means no way you should not find anything, information comes to you provided you think. And if you don't think, nothing can move, because thinking itself gives a command. Process of thinking itself sends a command to that store, that zip file or unzip file. Information starts coming in, and you can see whether or not that information applies, or it's an optional, or it's mandatory. And that is what you can say. You may get 10 information from 10 questions. Those will be available. Then you have to think about each and sequence them. Is it reliable or it is not reliable? Or if you don't have that information in your oracle, then you have to collect that information from some other source, because you are an educated person, you are a professional, or not even a professional, but you have developed mind, and developed mind is professional, developed mind is required for everything. So I say reliable coordination engineering projects, public and engineers. For reliable quality engineering, works deliveries, reliable coordination, engineering is a must. Professional engineer, note for all, I am just trying to tell what importance of quality and coordination is, and standards of coordination, if high, quality shall be high, because coordination would say you have to do it first. Coordination would say you have to do it first. That's the point we have to see. Missing real quality means missing good engineering. That's what I'm saying. I think you have to read it for a couple of minutes. I have to get some water for myself, if you don't mind. Read it for a minute, please. I'll come back. Please. This file is very important for everybody. It says that, is coordination engineering a must on every project? What is your answer? Project means all performance activities involved from pre-designs to final completion of entire construction scheme. Few difficult questions to be answered by engineering community respecting quality and coordination. Respective involvements in entirety of works requirements. Can we ignore these domains which are necessarily involved? What do we engineers think? I mean to engineer I am using, but you can consider yourself also. What can we engineers and yourself think over issues as mentioned aforesaid? How many of ourselves do conduct works for quality and coordination engineering? Is it not right time contemplate and deliberate on this subject? Can good industrial practice be achieved without moving through quality and coordination domains? Can engineering designs be reliably carried out without involving quality and coordination? But where are we going to? There are many questions here, and I am sure there shall be not so many personnel or persons who are listening or who may know or listen later. Even 25% of these questions they might be able to answer. They may say yes, coordination is required, but they don't know what. They may not know what. Fresh engineers coming to field, they also may not be able to reply. I am sure this is very list of very difficult questions, but it is in fact not difficult. See, no books, no subjects, no professor would teach all this, because this is not taught in engineering. This is also not taught in other fields. But one point I tell you, when there were no computers, people also did not know what is coordination, but they used to do coordination. There was reason. Filing system existed in hard form. Numbers were there on files. It was very easy to retry file for whatever problem was there. in whatever work. Letters were in writing, information was available, and for every question a sequence of communication was created, which is done now also, but it's very difficult to retrieve. Nowadays, talking has been dominating rather than writing. Writing habit has disappeared generally. Reading habit also has disappeared generally. What is left is just talks. Talks and talks. Just keep on talking and do nothing. Because coordination doesn't exist, that means procedure of working doesn't exist. And that also means patience does not exist. Just few points come in problematic way. Oh, I have to take action. They don't think what action should they take, but they start taking action. So you can say even educated people have become ill-educated. You talk to any professor in whatever university all over the world, only professor is qualified for subject lecture, not for application lecture, not for implementation lecture. Subject lecture is job for, because every time, every year, in every session, that has to go on and on and on. Every professor knows what questions are, what answer would be delivered. But if you ask them about application of that subject in field, professors want to be able to answer until they have worked themselves in field. Generally, professors don't work in field. They only work face to face as a team of heading students, and coordination does not exist anywhere. Coordination doesn't exist means real information does not exist. That is really worrisome. And engineering work requires coordination, particularly construction engineering, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, and of course supportive engineering like applications, like facilities. Without coordination, nothing can move. And coordination means technical communication, general communication, all information required, drawing systems, research systems, codes, everything. And if you don't deal with them, and it's not only for engineering, it's for all, even in industries, in business, everywhere, you should have interaction like coordination everywhere, otherwise you will miss so much. That's what I'm saying. Coordination can, if it is missed, cause problems. Points can be overlooked, process can be overlooked, there can be defective production, and that production will not meet requirement, or it won't be useful. You have to do it again, because nobody shall buy that. Nobody shall prefer that. It doesn't serve purpose, or it will be used elsewhere with no value. And that is reason I'm talking about this. So many questions I put here. These are very, very limited questions. There can be much and more, but for purpose of just prolonging or continuing, extending talk, I'm doing this. Work conduct, persons conduct, procedures, what is information required. If a person does not know what information is required, how can you expect that work to be good? Because person doesn't know what is required. Even if person knows requirement, then person can find information. Maybe first time it is time consuming, but second time when you repeat that, it is very easy. It's not simply contemplation, we have to do decomposition on this and deliberate it on this subject. Good industrial practice is a question mark. Engineering design is a question mark. But the question is, despite being millions of engineers all over the world, million technicians all over the world, Where are we going to? You buy products from every country, you will not find quality in any product. Buy from wherever you want, east, west, north, south. You shall not find any quality, specified quality. They may have done like that, but product would not perform accordingly. That is a question mark, my worry, where I station myself all time, and that is what we have to think about. What we are doing and what we are not doing, that point is serious one. And that's the only reason I always stay here to talk about how to do that. There is no standard way. You have to understand way. You have to learn from experience. You have to know from yourself. If you cannot know from yourself, means you have to know yourself, means you have to be your own teacher. You have to be your own instructor. You have to be your own student. You have to propose yourself. You have to think about that and repropose yourself. You have to talk to yourself. It will take hardly for every action few minutes. Not more than that. If you have got information, then you have to read information and solve your problem. It looks fine that we talk a lot, but once you start doing that, engineering requires action. Engineering cannot be just considered to be talk. It is writing. And before writing, it is thinking. And before thinking, it is what is we are talking of, we are discussing of. Is it drawing? It is way. Then you can say move and move and move. There we say feed, it is front end engineering design. And there you say, okay, this is not front end, this is end engineering design or engineering work. Same way you can say it is middle engineering work, it is further middle engineering work, or likewise you can say whatever you want to say. In these stages you have to find all this. There is no room for ignorance. No religious connection, but mind religious connection, engineering religious, medical religion connections. Doctors never go without testing because it's a question of human life. Same way engineering does not go without testing, because it is not just one person's life, it is life for all those who use that work. We call ourselves intelligent community. Everybody says, I am engineer, I am doctor, I am chartered accountant, I am professor, I am lawyer, I am judge, I am that. And they consider themselves intelligent people, intellectuals. They are intellectuals only to extent they learned, not more than that. They are bound by certain peripheries. They are not open-minded. Particularly those communities who are not accountable. Lawyers, judges, chartered accountants, and many more professionals, they don't have any legal responsibility, but they get fees from their own clients and also salaries from state, but no accountability. They know it. Doctor, engineer, or a service provider has got accountability. But nowadays, even service providers don't have accountability. For example, satellite television, satellite mobiles, what responsibility do they have? What accountability do they have? They just keep taking money from you, that's it. Today, up to today, validity exists, tomorrow automatically system goes out of signals. This means they are only inclined to receive money and that's all. Where is accountability? But if something happens to a patient or to a building or structure, who is accountable? No one except professionals. So what I would say, those who are accountable, I am talking about them. They should be intelligent, intellect. I'm not calling who are not account. They won't know that nothing goes to happen to them. Even if, say, a judge gives wrong decision, what will happen? Tell me. If a lawyer tells client, okay, you'll get this, and that lawyer fails, what happens? Nothing. Only appeal. So ultimately, who loses? Consumer loses, client loses, lawyer, advocate doesn't lose. Same way, judge doesn't lose anything. This means they are not professionals. I could simply say profession means responsibility. According to my calculation, my analytical activity, no lawyer is accountable, no judge is accountable, and many other professionals are not accountable. What accountability of a teacher, tell me? What's accountability of a professor? Nothing. Means they may say, oh, your result is very bad, that's all, nothing else. Otherwise, what is legal accountability? Who shall pay for loss? No one. That's what I'm trying to say. Intelligent person means accountable person. Intellectual means who takes responsibility. Intellectual and professional, you can say. If someone doesn't take responsibility, that person cannot be called a professional. That person may be called an educated one, but not a professional. So simple. They may call themselves whatever they call. You may call them God, you may call them whatever, but fact remains, truth is truth. Do not bind my mind in your fake system. Judiciary is not intellectual world. Law is not people for those are intelligent. They may be intelligent for purpose of learning law, but for accountability, they are not professionals. A lower class technician, like a welder, like a carpenter, like a mason, these could be accountable, because if they don't do right job, payment shall not be made. If you don't get good product can be returned, or it has to be replaced. That's what I'm saying. We have to search out. We have to use our minds. We cannot be bound by fake system, by system which pleases some people. If government does not work, it is accountable. Throw it out. Whatever government all over world, we are not paying you for being non-accountable. And you cannot say, oh, because I have been given vote, that's why people have trusted me. No, vote is just a chance. It doesn't give any accountability. Accountable means if you do something wrong, get out there. You are not required there. Can you do that? Because you did not make any such law all over the world. Because you knew this very well, you cannot answer people. So you are neither professional nor leader. You are a coward person. All leaders in worlds are coward. Political leaders are coward. They don't want to serve people, they want to stay in seats. It is very, very dirty statement, but true. Very, very strong statement, but true. Tell me any leader in world who takes responsibility. They want to do whatever they want. They can kill thousands and millions. They can throw bombs. They can do whatever, but they shall never take responsibility. This is maybe sometime by error somebody takes responsibility. But that too by resigning only, nothing else. Means, where is then quality? Tell me. Where is quality of requirement? Is there any quality? If nature does something wrong, they will blame nature has done this. Pollution is nature's creation. Tell me. Dirty seas are nature's creation. Tell me. What is nature's creation? It is your creation. Who is responsible for that? No one. No one leader takes any responsibility of pollution all over the world. They are presidents. They are kings. They are everywhere. No one is taking any responsibility. So what are you? What for you are paid? What for my taxes go to you? Any answer? No answer you will get because they are political leader. They say we are serving society, but they are serving themselves, not society. All over the world like that. They serve themselves only. Even they know they have caused mistake, they will not come out and see it because they are leaders. And for me, they are not leaders. They are opportunity holders. They have got opportunity to see it and oh, this is my God-given seed, this is my heritage seed. I cannot go out of this until people fire him. That's point is very, very struggling. If you don't speak like this, then you are world enemy. Remember, you have to speak because ownership does not go to leaders. Ownership doesn't go to judges. Ownership doesn't go to anyone. Ownership is with none. Everybody is traveler, passenger, and it is your responsibility of every passenger to think about this station. Keep it tidy, keep it house kept, keep it, you can say, travelable. Don't, you can say, throw dirt on this, but nobody understand that. And that's why I'm saying mind is very important. And mind is not mind in brain structure, mind which is operated by power of soul. Soul has become very significant, though people don't respect it because they are afraid. They are afraid, but without knowing soul, you cannot do anything. Without using your soul, you cannot do anything. You use it, but you use it very limited. You do not use it extensively. If you use it extensively, then you shall become leader of society. You shall become leader of universe. Because universe waits for those people who are able to speak without any fear. Change is always required all over universe, all over world. Change is a phenomenon that works automatic. But these self-vested leaders want to stop that change. They want to stay in seats till last breath. And people will pray, this leader should not go, this should also stay here forever. Nonsense people and nonsense leader. Why do you want to not change? Why no change? When an engineer can change, a doctor can change, why a political leader should not go away after some time? But they would not go away because of cowardice. Cowardice. A person is having 85 years and is a leader for what? For what? Why in Bharat judge has 65 years of age of retirement and others less than that? It's not cowardice, it's cowardice. They are worried about. That's why they don't take that. An engineer is retired lower than that. Is why? A doctor is retired less. Why? That's what I'm saying. They make their own systems to use for them, not for people. They use for themselves. And this is what your mind can tell you. Nobody else can tell you. If you have got your mind developed, you can do whatever you want to do. Otherwise, you cannot do. I am a different person here. I can tell you. I am very, very different from this point of view. I least bother. I have to go one day. I should worry. Why should I worry, you tell me? Why should I fear of all this? I am product of nature. I am not your product. You didn't make me. No political leader made me. That political leader made me, who is sitting there and will kick you out. So don't worry. A time is coming. Universe is deciding reorganization of entire world. Remember. Reorganization is going to happen soon. Many shall be out and many new faces shall be seen. It's going to happen. Because Supreme is fed up with crooked leaders, crooked religions, crude way. They don't care for earth, they care for temple, mosques, churches and all that. They don't care for earth, which is the most important temple. A building temple is important or earth temple is important? Tell me which is important. Does a God power require a small house to live in? You think so? Which is house existing in universe? Tell me. That's what I say. These people have been confined in their mind. Minds have been confined in a way. This should not be open for deliberations. You deliberate with yourself. Don't deliberate with anybody else. Think about yourself. Did you come with any certificate of religion? Everything is given by that power. What you are doing yourself? You tell me. Originally. Are we getting something ourselves? Until, if you don't have sources, can you take food? You can't take anything. Quality thinking is absent. Scientist says, I have done this miracle. They say, oh, this is hysterical judgment. Parliament is a historical act. What is historical here? You don't know history, then how is it historical? You yourself create history. Do you know who made you? Do you know the history? Do you know whose earth it is? It's your earth? No, it's not your earth. You are just passing by. I am president of this country and I am everything. You are president of country? No, you are not president of country. You are not president of world. You are president only for a small section of people who are traveling with you. And during that travel, you are leader, you are president, otherwise you are one of them. That's all. Leader means you should help them. You should not boss them. You help them. But you are not helping them. What is Prime Minister? Help people. What is King? Help people. But no, you won't listen to them. If I want to see some king, can I see? No, I know. I have to take appointment of president and king. And if that pleases, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, means my person is asking me to take appointment first, and then because I am big man. Can you take appointment? Can you see God? Go and see God. God doesn't need any appointment. You can talk to Him. But you are above God. You are above Supreme. Such a foolishness means no quality in thinking, no quality of mind exists. That is what I say. There is a connection between human being and nature. Try to know that connection. Learn that connection. You shall solve your problems all times. You don't need a leader. You don't need a department. You shall solve problems. Because all are mindless now. All over world. They are just dummy minds. They depend upon computer system. They depend on digital world. They depend upon artificial intelligence. And they have kept back natural intelligence. This means they don't respect nature. They respect air condition. They respect robot. They respect servers. They don't respect nature. And that's why nature is also not supporting them. They compare themselves supreme. Unfortunately, because this has nothing except cow dung inside. What do you think it has? Is it intelligent people? Those who are intelligent, they also don't use intelligence. Name itself says they don't use minds. They use emotions. They use sentiments. They use whiskey and drink it. They use something else also. So how can you say that you are in sound oracle? You are a disturbed oracle, turbulent oracle, not set oracle, not laminar oracle, just like flow of water is turbulent or it is laminar. Your oracle should be stand still. Only then it will communicate. Otherwise there shall be confusion always. There shall be turbulence always. And that is where problem lies in. It's already more than 1.5 hours. I thought just to close at 1 hour. No problem. I'll be here and I am very strong in my speech now. I have no fear of anybody. Listen. I am talking about system. System of universe. That is my universe. I consider it's mine. I consider earth is a part of that, but universe is also mine. I know it. I have gone there many times. I will keep going and telling what I have seen there. This oracle is not available in any book. God has given me, Supreme has given me this subject. You do this, calculate everything and disseminate this information to all in universe, not only on earth, everywhere. And you think about what you want to, you can say, suggest, what you want to improve, and we will take care of that. It is only people they have to change, not earth structure. It's only minds they have to change, and minds are subject to change. Once you start it, you shall be very happy that I am readjusting, I am recalibrating my mind. That is very important. I like to close it now because of many issues now, many ways. It's not easy this time to take it 2-3 hours worth because of memory problem, and I have to upload many videos that Facebook has gone against. Facebook has become money-minded people, I think. They are not accepting to keep with them all these videos, and that's why it's a problem for everyone who use this. I will now go to Facebook and close this. Thank you very much, my dear friends. I'll be back to you and talk more strong, more rigidly to tell you facts. I'm not talking against anybody, but I'm talking about facts.